Okay, welcome to Monument, Colorado. Sunday morning, third game in a row against Rampage. We're down 2. See if we can get one back today. Yesterday was what? 5-1, 4-1, something like that. The day before was 2-1, or the weekend before was 2-1. Today's a new day, new rink. We lost 2 at home. Let's see if we can win 1 away. Looks like we're getting started off with Kane and Lars on defense. Ryan, Caden, and Lincoln up front. And what time is it? A little bit late, 10 minutes late for a start. Sorry about the black netting in front of us, which always makes it terrible to look through. But if you squint, might not be so bad. My other son plays at CU, as probably a lot of you know. They played last night at home in Boulder. And they played against University of Central Oklahoma. They split the series with them, lost last night. They've got a white screen, not a black one, but it's still difficult to look through. Okay. Here we go. They were just fixing a hole in front of the Rampage net on the ice. So that delayed it even a little bit more. Puck drop. Ryan at center. Puck is picked up by Rampage, skated and dumped into our defensive zone. Phillip is in net. He gets kind of caught up behind the net. Sends it to Lincoln. Lincoln across the blue line. Gets through. Puts one actually on net. They kick it aside. Puck is in the near corner. The near corners on both sides are going to be hard to see just because of a building. Oh, Lincoln with a pretty hard check. There's a shot from, I think that was from Lars, put one on net. They outlet it. We're coming out pretty physical, which is good. Ryan picks it up. Goes to Lincoln up high up off the boards. Didn't quite make it. They outlet it to the near side boards and then go far side. Caden goes after him. He gets it into the zone. Lars interrupts him, pins him up in the corner. Puck is loose behind the net, picked up by Kane. Kane to Caden. Caden sends it across to Lincoln. Lincoln tries to backhand it into the zone, but Rampage grabs it and shot, not making it through. So far, I think we're up on shots. I don't think they've gotten one on. We have 2 to 3. There's a good defensive play by Lars. Puck is behind the net. Owen is out there, Landon and Chase. Owen grabs the puck. Oh, doesn't get it out of the zone. Number 11, shot and scored. That didn't take long. That was a similar shot to one of them yesterday where the initial stop was made and then it just kind of dribbles 5-hole. But that's all right, we can get that one back. Rampage up by 1 at 15:34 of the first. So we're going to keep the same lineup out there. Maybe the D change, I'm not sure. TJ and Xander are on D. Chase, Owen, and Landon up front. TJ grabs it, cycles it over to Xander. Xander sends it in for icing. That's our first icing of the day. Yesterday I was kind of keeping count, at least of the ones that went in a row. Hopefully that we don't have a repeat of that. So yeah, you can see that corner that we can't really see into very well down here because of the little locker room or the bathroom or whatever that is there. So Owen with the face wins it back. Xander backhands it to TJ behind the net. TJ up to Rampage player. Puck in front. Shot deflected left of the net. TJ goes and pins his guy up on the boards. Landon is trying to get it as well. But Rampage gets a hold of it, backhands it towards the net. I think Philip just stick that aside. Back over to Owen. Owen skates it up, passes it to Chase. Nice hit to Chase. And Chase pins his guy up on the boards and then finishes with a little bit extra. And is there a penalty coming? I guess so. On them. We'll be on the power play for the first time. Is that high sticking? Yeah. All right, so I think it was a high stick call. There was a slash on the back of the head. Chase puts the guy down. Oh, nice job, Owen, to keep it in. Owen walks the line. Owen moves it over to Landon. Landon shoots one. Save by the same goalie that we've seen twice before, Parker Hay. Riddick, Lincoln, Owen, Landon, Chase. Owen floats it across to Riddick. Riddick backpedals, moves it down across to Chase. Chase, one-timer shot, blocked down. Riddick tried to get that one. Got bounced into the corner. Riddick goes up top to Landon. Landon down to Chase. Chase back up to Landon. Landon across to Riddick. Riddick, one-timer. That's the way the power play should work. That was good movement. Riddick gets that one off of Landon's assist. Nice job, Riddick. Got the one-timer. So Riders tie it up, and we're 14:24 left in the first. All right, that's what happens when we move the puck, boys. That looked good. Riddick is out there with Cole and Jackson. Bjorn and Caleb on defense. Puck won back by Rampage. They send it up into Jackson's skate, and then they bring it over to the near side and double clutch into the zone. Kid centering pass, misses the connection, and net may be off or something. Yep, that's what it is. So they have shots up there. We have 2, they have 1. So they're not counting, I don't think, all of them. Caleb reaches for it, backhands it up. Colt picks it up. He goes to Jackson. Jackson brings it across to Caleb. Caleb cycles off. Goes off of Colt's hand, and he's stung a little bit, so he's going to hit the bench. Bjorn picks it up, skates it behind the net. Into the blind corner it goes. Jack Stewart is out there. Caleb hits Jack Stewart, well, actually just beyond his stick, so they send it back down deep. Bjorn picks it up behind the net. Comes near side, kind of maintains possession. He brings it up to James. James bounce passes it to Jack. Jack gets around a guy. Jack goes to the corner. Gets pinned up. James had a nice opportunity to shoot. Kane steps up, sends one, pad save by the goalie. Jack sends it in, and it's right at the corner of the net, and it squirts free. James and Jack were trying to jam it in off of a shot from Kane. Good opportunity there for the Riders. Nice job, line. Fisher heads off with Jack. Kane stays out with Lars. Lincoln, Caden, and Ryan come out up on forward. Puck one back to Rampage. They skate it behind the net, backhand it to the near side. And Ryan grabs it away from him, just misses Caden, and it just squirts out of the zone. Kane hustles back to get it. Phillip sends it off to him, and then they send it up to the near boards to Caden. Caden up to Ryan. Ryan tried to get Lincoln. Puck is loose. Puck goes into the zone. Offside. 12:42 remaining. So all of a sudden, maybe they're putting up more shots, but they have 1 shot, 1 goal. We have 5 shots, 1 goal. So I don't like the math on that, but at least we're tied. Yesterday, the shots at the end of the game were pretty even. I think there were like 35, 36, both teams. Puck drop, win back, Xander to TJ. TJ skates it up, bounce past to Lincoln. Lincoln chips it into the zone. Ryan chases to the far corner. Rampage pulls it up, and at the hash, they send it to the near boards. Into the zone, it's Xander. Kid backs pedals. That was a nice little move. Up to Fielder. Fielder fans on one. Shot down low. There's a centering pass. There we go. Up and not out. They send it back down behind the net. Xander puts a body on him. Loose puck. Lincoln grabs it. Lincoln chips it up just in front of Caden. Rampage chips it back into the defensive zone. Far corner. Landon gets it to Owen. Owen skates it up. Gets through one guy. Kicks it ahead to himself. Gets almost through another guy. Chase takes over. Behind the net. Leaves it for Owen. Owen picks it up. Gets pinned on the boards. Rampage grabs it at the hash, far side. They bat it out of the zone, and then they kick it down into our zone. Phillip holds up the puck that comes off the end boards. Caleb picks it up. There's a pass up to Landon. Landon swings it across to Owen, and he grabs it center ice. Sends it back to Bjorn. Bjorn up to Chase. Chase touches it into the zone. And we're at 11:18 left. In the first, that puck gets out, and that icing is waved. So Phillip grabs it. They've got 2 guys down there. Oh, shoot. Nope, there's a shot that's missed. They have it at the hash. They go back in front of the Riders' bench. Shoot one. That misses the wide. Comes into the near corner. Can't see what's happening there. Riddick is out there. Caleb is out there. Shot, and glove save by Phillip. Nice job. So, Riddick, Jackson, Colt is back out there. Lars and Kane are on defense. Riddick takes the face-off. Not optimal viewing from this rink, nor not optimal facility at this rink. It's probably one of the worst that we skate in. Riddick moves it across. Colt sends one. Nice shot. Blocker saved by their goalie. Jackson goes into the near corner. Puck is taken by Riddick. Riddick tries to center it over to Lars, but then let's see. Colt is mixing it up with a guy down here. I think maybe they're both going to the box, potentially. Yep. I didn't see what was happening. Let's see what the call is. Roughing. So they were just tangling. Jack Stewart, Fisher, Gibson, and James Bueller up front. Kane jumps up and picks that one up. Nicely done. He sends it back to Lars, but it just gets beyond Lars. Lars picks it up off the end boards. Tries to get it over to Kane, and Kane squirts through into the near corner. 10-11 left in the first period. James goes to the corner. Battle on the boards. Trying to pull it off. Rampage turns it over to James. James has it behind the net. James moves it up to Jack Stewart. Jack Stewart looking for a pass. He skates it up. He tries to hit Fisher. Fisher gets to the corner. They bang it up and out. Zando picks it up at the red line and then floats it back down. There's a offsides, delayed offsides. So, oh, nice job, Fisher. Way to go, baby. Puts his guy down, separates the puck, turns it over. Xander grabs it. Xander gets it down into the zone. Icing is waved even though that puck was launched. Ryan comes out here now. Backhand up through everybody. Xander races back. 2 guys are hustling for it, and that's going to be called icing at 9:18 left in the first. Score is 1-1. Shots were tripling them at the moment. So 6 for us, 3 for them, 2 for them. Caden, Lincoln, Ryan. Lincoln takes the face off. Xander and TJ on defense. Puck win back. Ryan has it. Oh, and the goalie covers it up. It just floated over. Floated over towards the net. Not a lot of heat on it, but Parker decided to cover that one up, probably wisely on his part. Ryan takes the face off this time, kicks it back to Caden. Caden sends one, but it got deflected into the far corner. Lincoln gets pinned up on the boards by Chase Fielder, number 20 in white, ex-teammate. They outlet it to the near boards, skated into the zone. Xander forces a push. There's picked up by Ryan. Ryan grabs it, sends it up, but not quite enough to get to Lincoln. Lincoln and, Ryan try to cause a turnover. TJ's back there, centering pass. TJ deflects that one wide, good thing. Caden puts his guy up in the boards. There's a nice hit by Zando. Loose change picked up by TJ. TJ high up off the glass. Sends it to a Rampage kid. They get it into the zone. 8:30 left in the first. I think that was Xander hitting the kid. Rampage has it. Comes up. They send it down hard around to the far corner. Up to the point. Out off of a Rampage skate to neutral ice. And then he decides to skate in. Ooh, TJ put a knee into him. He's getting up, so that's good. TJ up and out. That should be icing. So we're not stringing the icings together consecutively like we did yesterday, but there's another one for you. In my opinion, you shouldn't be just dumping it. You should be passing it to somebody that can chip it in or catch the pass and skate it in and get a shot or something, not just dumping it unless you're in desperation in your own zone and you need a break. Chase takes it out, gets pushed down from behind by big number 2-3. Bjorn cycles it across to Caleb. Caleb back to Bjorn, near corner. Bjorn skates it up. He sends it up, hits Landon. Landon gets into the offensive zone. Senya picks it up, shot, saved by Parker. And Chase tries to get it out. Caleb keeps it alive. Nice job. Landon picks it up. He sends it across to Chase. That's Bjorn. Bjorn double clutches, sends one up. And that rode up someone's stick up into the netting, so it's out of play for a whistle. At 7:18 left in the first period. Riddick, Jackson, Colt, Bjorn, Caleb out there. Puck drop. Back over to Caleb. Caleb backhands it around, then down deep behind the net, picked up by Rampage. Up to the hash. Colt steps in, picked up by Riddick. Riddick sends one, tries to shoot it. It gets deflected wide left. Picked up by Rampage and sent to the far boards. Jackson tries to get it, but they outlet it through neutral ice and into the zone, offside. Face-off will be right in front of us here at 6:53 remaining in the first. Same lineup, actually different D. Lars and Kane. Jackson, oh man, that was a little miscommunication on our boy's part. Jackson was trying to get it, and then Colt got there, and then looks like Lars got run back there, trying to kick it ahead. Hard to see through all that black netting. There's a shot that doesn't quite get through, picked up by Colt. Colt backhands it up, not too deep into neutral ice. They get back down on Phillip. Phillip sticks it into the near corner, and then it gets banged over front of the Riders bench through neutral ice. Colt forces a turnover. Nice job. Jackson's there to pick it up. Colt and Jackson out there. Jackson gets worked up into the boards, pinned up, and they take it. Oh, nice step by Kane. And now it's a foot race. Come on. Oh, nice job. Who is that? That was Lars, good defensive work there, Lars. He skates it up and dumps it deep. James comes in to grab it behind the net. It gets over to the near boards with Rampage, and then they outlet it through neutral ice into the zone. TJ forces over skated. Jack chips it out of the zone and then races ahead. He bangs it deep. Fisher comes in, and they send it to the far boards. Outlet it up here. Jack bats it down with a hand, and then he puts it into the zone. Fisher has to clear. Off. He already cleared. What the heck? Xander steps up on one, but Ollie Parent gets it in. He still has it. Oh, nice poke check by TJ. Jack chips it ahead to Xander. Xander going to make some offensive waves happen. Bangs in the corner. Goes down. Fisher's after him. Big outlet pass. Nice job by Jack to keep it in, and he takes a nice slap shot, but it just went wide right. Lincoln is in there. Ryan. They come into the defensive zone. Ryan, it's off, and they touch it for a whistle. 4:51. We're doubling them now, not tripling them on shots. 4:51 left in the first. Ryan, Caden, Lincoln up front. Caleb, Bjorn on defense. Rampage gets their guys set. Face off right in front of us. Puck goes back past their defense. Caden goes hard after it. They send it off the end boards. Big outlet pass. That's going to be on net. So Phillip chips it to the near boards. There's a scrum ensuing. And Lincoln pushes him off. He sends it behind the net. Bjorn gets there and takes a high hit to the head by number 84. Puck is, nice save. Another nice save. Puck is loose. I think that hit him. Oh, nice job by Ryan to get it up. Can't quite get it out. I think Phillip had at least 2 shots there that he saved. Puck is in the corner. Bjorn gets over there. Looking for an outlet. He sends one up. Tipped by somebody. Backhanded by Caden. Delayed offside. Skated out by Rampage into the defensive zone. Forced to the far boards by Bjorn. Bjorn dumps him. Ryan gets pinned up. Bjorn grabs the puck. He moves it up, and Lincoln crushes the kid up into the boards. And, there's a nice cross check in the back. What the hell? Number 28. He's going to probably get a little retribution. New line. Landon. Lars, Kane, Chase, Owen. Owen takes the face-off. Puck drop. Picked up by Rampage. Then grabbed by Lars to Kane. Back around to Owen. Owen skates it. And then he airmails one up. Almost gloved down by a Rampage player. Delayed offside, and then we touch it for a real offside at 3:24 remaining in the first period. Score is tied 1-1. Riders got their goal on a power play. Nice puck movement. Nice finish by Riddick. Puck back up into the zone. Wide for icing. Wide of the net for icing. Whistle. Face off down in the other zone. Same lineup out there. All 5. Owen wins that one back nicely. Kane has it. He sends it down on the boards. I don't know why Landon is down. He looks like he maybe got a stick in the neck. He's having a hard time kind of recovering. Now he gets back in the game. Kane, Landon is tied up with whoever that is down there. Both of them are probably going to the box. I think Landon took a shot to the neck. And he's heading to the box. Maybe, no matching penalties on that one. Just Landon going off to retaliation. So we're on the kill at the moment, and the kill specialists come out, who are Colt and Jackson up front, Xander, TJ on their back end. 3:03 remaining, 2 minutes of which will be a man down. Shots are evening up here. They're 6 for them, 8 for us. Puck drop in the middle, still loose. Colt's chipping at it. They poke it back to the point. Rampage has it, floats it down to the hash, into the near corner. Up's not out, moves across to the far point. Centering pass, nice stick by TJ. Gets a stick on that and chips it up into the netting for a whistle. Good job, Tej. All right, face off to Phillips left in the defensive zone. Colt gets that one. Jackson, nice job. Sends that one all the way down. Held up by Parker, their goalie, and reset by their D. Kid skates out with some heat through neutral ice, gets across our blue line, and then dumped by Colt. Nice job, shot by them. And they kick it back to the point. Send one through, backside, backhand. Ooh, that was a nice setup. They had a kid coming, cutting across. Back up to the far point in front of the Riders' bench. Shot blocked down by TJ, and TJ grabs it and then sends it out. Nice kill, guys. That was some really good work there. Nice job. Jack, Riddick, Bjorn, Caleb. Riddick's pressuring up front. They skate into the zone. Kid skates around Stewie, tries to center it, doesn't make it through. Caleb pushes him to the side. 1:49 remain in the period. Kid goes backside, gets chipped out to the corner, and then floated into the far corner. Up off the glass to the far point. They keep it alive. Top of the far hash. Back up to the point. Shot blocker save, or maybe a pad. I heard some pad stuff going on, and then there's something coming. Net off, it looks like, is what it boils down to there. .126 left on the clock. 23 on the man disadvantage. Looks like we have Kane, Owen at center. Who's on this near side? Lars, I think, and Chase. Their center gets removed and replaced. Puck back. Lars sends it hard to the far boards. Their point picks it up. There's a lot of snow in front of our bench. They grab it. Near side, back up to the near point. Nice job by Owen to make him come around. 3 seconds left. We're about to get back to full strength. There we are. Landon comes back on. Puck comes up. Bounces out of the zone. They chip it back in. Senya's off to the races. He tries to hit Chase. Offside delayed, but we clear the zone. They come back in with some speed and big shot opportunity. That went through somehow. And Rampage is up by 1 with less than a minute left in the first period, and the shots are tied up. So, have to get that one back. It'd be nice to win one here. Jack Stewart, James, Fisher, James tries to get it, but they kick it into our zone. 39 seconds left. Caleb is in the corner, and Bjorn is back there with him, patrolling the front of the net. Puck is in front, shot, score. All right, that's, I don't know, the ref is talking about it, but doesn't look like they're going to waive that one. Not exactly sure what went on. The puck got in front of the net and Kid just turned around and slammed it, and it went, I'm pretty sure, 5-hole. 28 left, and we're 2 down. Ryan, Lincoln, Caden up front. TJ Xander on defense. The ref is talking to the coaches and now the scorers table. Not sure exactly why. Ryan. Puck won back by Rampage, sent into our zone. TJ to Xander. Xander up off the boards to Caden. Caden gloves it down and sends it up into the offensive zone. Ryan has it, but they get it back out. And that goes for icing. 11.4 left on the clock. Face off in the offensive zone to their goalie's right, near side circle. Ryan, Lincoln, Caden. Caden is just back. See if Ryan can win this one again. Nope. Back to. Then they just pin it up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They send it up off the boards. And that's the end of the first. Riders, we're tied. And in the last minute or so, gave away 2. So we're down by 2. Lincoln, Ryan, Xander, Caden, TJ. Lincoln back to TJ. Xander off the boards. They get it into the zone. Send one, glove save. Puck is loose in front, picked up by Ryan. Ryan hits Lincoln. Lincoln goes. Puck gets kicked out, and where is that? Back down into their zone. They outlet it. Nice job by shaking it loose. Lincoln almost caused a turnover there. They send one up into the far corner. Xander goes back. Kicked around by Ryan. Picked up by Rampage. Back up to the point. Rampage sends one off it inside of the knee of TJ. Caden gets it up to Ryan. Ryan centering pass, but nobody's a trailer. We had a line change there. Ryan's left out there by himself. Ooh, nice chip by Colt to shake the puck loose. Puck comes out of the zone. Xander sees that that's going for icing, and he doesn't put the pedal on the gas. Colt, Riddick, Jackson, Lars, and Kane. 15:54 remaining in the second. Rampage up on shots. Puck comes back out of the zone. Lars off the glass. Picked up by Jackson. Jackson sends it up and in. Nice job, Jackson. But, is that icing? Okay, I guess it was. Face off in the defensive zone to Phillips' right. Lars backhanded around. Kane chips it to the corner. Colt comes in and gets pinned up on the boards. Kane's down. He gets up. Rampage guy goes down. Puck loose. Riddick to Lars. Lars over to Jackson. Jackson gets it out of the zone. And then Colt chips it into their zone. They take over on D, though. And they come up to the near boards. Colt tries to get there. Oh, man, that was a big hit right in front of us. Riddick almost took Jackson through the glass. Kane grabs it. Tries to send it around to Lars. It gets over his stick momentarily, and then up and out. There's Colt going after it. Their D circles away, and then they chip it in. 14:52 left in the second period. Centering pass. Picked up. Nobody there from Rampage. Colt gets it over to Landon. Landon makes a couple of nice little moves. Picked up by Owen. Owen decides not to shoot, leaves it in the snow. And then there's a hit from behind on Caleb. Right in front of the bench. Oh, we got to shoot it. Puck is being worked. Landon gets pinned up. They get it out of the zone. No shots from all of that. There's trying to hit a guy on the back door. Up to the point. Shot, stick save. Phillips pushes it out in front. Winds up on Rampage, but Bjorn grabs it. Gets behind the net. Bjorn up to Landon. Landon chips it ahead for Chase. Chase gets into the zone. Makes a shot, but chipped up by their D into the glass. Senya gets worked on the far boards. Caleb pinches down. And they get it out 2-on-1. Well, 2-on-2 coming the other way. Offsides by a long way. All right, next line out. 13:44 left in the second. Fisher, TJ, Jack, James, Xander. Face off here in front of us. Just outside the defensive zone. Fisher grabbed by Rampage and then sent down behind the net. Xander backhands it to TJ. TJ floats it up to Fisher. Fisher tries to hit James. James kicks it up, but Jack isn't there. Puck is behind the net. TJ pushes his guy up into the boards. There's a puck loose. No whistle, and finally get a whistle after we shoveled it up to Phillip for him to cover. He picks it up and hands it to the ref. Face off to his right in the defensive zone. Fisher will take it. 3-1 Rampage. Comes out. James forces it ahead to himself. James gets across. James makes a move to the... There's going to be a shot. Oh, there's a penalty coming, I think, on Rampage. Let's see what it's a call. Slashing is the call. Nice job by James to create an opportunity and draw a penalty. All right, let's get this one back. Let's move it around. Riddick, Lincoln, Chase, Owen, Landon face off in the offensive zone to their goalie's left. 2 minutes on the board for number 8 for slashing. Riddick at center. Owen's waiting for the win. Owen, Rampage kid gets removed. Thought it was going to be Riddick. Puck is loose. Picked up by Rampage. Sent up and out. Owen goes back to retrieve the puck left by Phillip behind the net. Lincoln comes out. Owen skates up fast through the center. Oh, man. That was weird. Owen to Landon. Landon shot. Glove save by the goalie. This time the puck is still underfoot. They slam it out. Owen goes back to retrieve this one again. Everybody's kind of half-assing it out there right now. Now we finally turn on the gas. Get in to the zone. Owen goes down behind the net. Goes around. Lincoln pins a kid up on the boards. Looks like there's a battle for the puck. And Landon didn't keep it in. Oh my God, you're letting this kid grab the puck down deep? Seriously? Wow, that's interesting. Landon moves it to Lincoln. Lincoln gets down. Lincoln to the hash, into the blind corner, moves it back up to Landon. Landon across to Owen, but goes out of the zone. Almost, if I didn't know any better. Jackson comes out with some legs. There we go. That's what I like to see. There's a little movement. Jackson gets down and he drives it, and who finished that? Caden. Nice job by Jackson to move his frickin' legs. The other guys looked like they were going to sleep and giving up. Jackson comes out with some heat. He makes it happen, gets a shot on the net, and then the rebound is put in by Caden. That's the way to do it. The other one was kind of embarrassing, if I do say so myself. So we draw it to within 1. Another power play goal, probably just as time was expiring. But that was a great, great play by Jackson to make that one happen. That kid wanted to make it happen, and he did. Kane, Colt, they bang it down behind our net. We're within 1. Puck is up. Jackson again. Jackson hits off of Colt's skate. Colt moves his legs fast. Puck behind the net. Kane down low. Riddick is covering the point. Nice job. Colt throws a punch at the end after he got poked away. Nice job. 10:53 left in the second. Probably a couple of minutes away here from halftime. Lord knows that ice. Look how much snow is over there in front of our bench. If you can kind of see it. That ice definitely needs to be cleaned. Jack is out there. Fisher's out there. James, and they send it down for icing. Puck is loose still, goes to the corner, body's flying. Fisher and James are there. Fisher almost had it out. Rampage floats it out. Glove down by Bjorn. Bjorn moves towards our bench and then dumps it and takes a high. There we go. Bjorn still banging. Puck comes up. Their goalie. Delayed penalty is coming. I think Bjorn is going to be heading to the box. Roughing on probably, no, that's James. So James is heading. I don't know what was happening down here, but he came out of the zone late. I was watching Bjorn try to bury his kid into the bench, and I thought that was going to be the call, but we're a man down. James in the box. Jacob is manning the penalty box over there for us with something on his wrist. The refs are here talking. We'll see what the outcome of this is. They're going to the table. Roughing on James. Looks like maybe their kid needs to go into the box too, is what I'm thinking. Matching, it should be matching. They cracked open their box, so they got to send somebody in there. Yep, there we go. 84 is going to do it. There we go. That's a good call. Huh, interesting that the refs get one. So we're 4-on-4. We have 5 guys out there. They have 4 right now, but I think it's going to be 5-on-5. They have 4 at the moment. One more. Just trying to decide whether he throws his leg over. Yep, here comes another one. So 5-on-5. 10-12 left. Just those matching penalties. They didn't even bother putting them on the board. Puck is loose. Chase tries to get it. Shot. Quick save by Phillip. Landon. Owen Chase. Xander, TJ. Puck won back by Rampage, near point, sent down behind the net. Owen, a lot of snow over there. TJ up to Landon. Landon backhands it over to Chase. Chase loses an edge and goes into the zone, but gets back up into the blind corner. They send it to the far side. Xander gets there and chips it back down by the net. Chase grabs it. Chase gets worked up into the boards. Owen comes up, gets up to Zando. Zando moves it across to TJ. TJ sends one shot. Save, shot, another shot, another shot. Misses up over the net, and then they break it out. Good opportunity. Oh, there's like a charging call. Icing. That could be halftime. Everybody's off the bench. And they're all going to be mixing it up. No, not halftime yet. Probably another minute. 3-2 is the score. 9:17 left in the second period. Face off in the offensive zone. Lincoln, Ryan, Caden up front. Second goal by Caden. Off a beautiful drive from Jackson. Puck goes Lars and Lincoln. Lars sends it up into the netting. Out of play. Kane, Lars on defense. Puck back to Rampage. They airmail it out of the zone, float it down for icing. 9:04 remain in the second period. Face off in the offensive zone, just this time on the far side. Ryan will be at center again. Lincoln is on his right. Caden is on his left. Ryan wins that one back. Caden sends one. Glove saved by their goalie. Nice shot. That's what we got to do. Win shot. Then we need a rebound. Oh, just goes. Kane gets that one, sends it down low. Lincoln tries to poke it ahead. They get it up and out. Nice job by Kane. Kane sends it back in just to the side of the net. They pick it up. Into our zone, far side. Shot. Glove save by Phillip. Rather routine save. Nicely done. And I think that is going to be Phillip's heading out of the crease. He has his bottle, so that's going to be the end of the first half. Or not. He's going back. Looks like we're going to play a little bit more. Jackson, Colt, Riddick. Caleb and Bjorn. Puck underneath. Kicked over to Colt. Colt moves it up to Jackson. Jackson just got beyond his stick. Bjorn picks it up in front of the bench. Bjorn kicks it into the zone. Nicely done. Taken over by Colt. Colt centering pass. Jackson was there. Holy cow, that was a nice play by those two. Puck comes out for icing. And that's, whoa. Did you see that one? Just slash Bjorn, take him down. Seriously? No call, right in front of the ref. That was pretty bad. Wow. All right, halftime. Down by 1. We're up on shots again, though. So that's good news. We're going to carry that momentum out of the break and into the second half of the game. Stick with us. Watch your screen. About 10 minutes or so from now, we should be back on. Okay, welcome back for the second half. Rampage 3, Riders 2. 8:14 remaining in the second period. Face off down in the offensive zone. Okay. Ryan, Caden, Lincoln, Bjorn, and Caleb. Whistle blown as the puck dropped. Redo. Puck comes out of the zone. Skated across neutral ice and into the defensive zone. Caleb holds it up to Lincoln. Lincoln going. Shot, score, no. Penalty? I don't know. Penalty coming. I thought it went in. No penalty shot. Good pass, though, by, I think that was Caleb up to Lincoln. But it is a penalty, not a penalty shot. Kid goes into the box for 2. Caden takes the face off. Colt is out there. Bjorn. Puck 1 to Rampage. Ryan. Lars. Caden. Bjorn tries to get it. Picks it over to Caleb, or to Caden, sorry. A lot of C's out here. Puck comes to the near boards. Rampage floats it down for icing. Is waved because they are man down. They pick it up. Caden has it. Colt is going with them. Caden into the zone. Moves it up to Colt, but interrupted and outletted by Rampage deep in our zone. Bounce pass by Bjorn over to Lars. Lars, big pass up to Colt. Colt swings it around, and Ryan goes hard after it, but they bring it to the near boards, and then they get it out of the zone. So we're at a minute left. Looks like we got a line change. Chase is coming out there. Riddick, Lincoln. Riddick tries to get that one. Comes up to Lincoln's feet. Puck is on the boards, loose. Chase has it, gets dumped down. Kid ties it up in the corner. Lincoln's going in the corner as well. And then there is a cross check from behind on who? Us? Maybe Chase, because he's talking to the ref. So there goes our man advantage. Will be Chase in the box for 2. 4-on-4 for 29, and then we'll be on the kill for $1.31. 6:21 remaining in the second period. TJ, Xander, Riddick, and Owen. 4-on-4. Face off in the defensive zone. There we go. Riddick gets it out. Riddick goes. Riddick into the near corner, still has a hold of it. Gets it around to Owen. Owen skates it out of the zone, turns around, waits to clear, moves it to Riddick. Riddick shoots one, gets deflected behind the net, picked up by Owen. Owen still has it. Owen makes a move to the outside. Shot, score. Nice shot. Ties it up. Great shot. Went off the top bar and into the back of the net. 3-3 is the score so far. Good job. Owen gets one. Nice job. Beautiful shot. To tie it. Let's go, boys. Let's keep it rolling here. Last 2 goals to us, so we're on a roll. Let's keep that momentum going. But we're still on the kill for 131, like I said. Lincoln, Landon, puck dropped, poked ahead by Rampage, into the zone, and then out. Nice job. So they have 5 out there, we have 4. They reset behind their net. Landon forces almost gets that one. Nice job. Oh, kid walks down through, chipped aside by Phillip behind the net. Lars is out there banging. They pull it away finally and then chip it up to the near point. Top of the circle, out of the zone. Landon goes hard after it. Right to Lincoln. Backs it around to Kane. Kane sends one hard down behind their net, held up by their goalie. Line change, at least somewhat. Colt is out there. Jackson is out there. They drop it. We backpedal. They get it into the zone. Bjorn is out there. And Lars, Bjorn has it. He skates out without a lot of pressure, makes a move towards their bench, and then gets tied up, backhands it. Jackson almost grabs that one. They swing it around, 15 seconds left. Colt is making some stuff happen down here, not giving up on the chase. Kid walks in, makes a move, shot goes wide, over off the far glass, and they cycle it up to the far point. Shot gets through, there's a puck right in front, saved by Phillip. They pick up the loose change, we're back to even strength. Riddick puts a stick on it, and then he bounces one out off his shins. And why is there a whistle? Slashing on who? On us. Our box is open. Hold on, what's going on? Colt goes to the bench. He comes off of the bench and goes to the box, and we're down by a player for another 2 minutes. Face off in our zone. I think that was slashing. TJ Lincoln. Got Caleb. And Caden. Puck is underfoot. Chipped back to Rampage at the near point. Across to the far side. Top of the near circle. Circles around. Bounces it off the backboards. TJ's out there. Caleb pushes him wide. Near point again. Far point. Dot. TJ gets a stick on it, and Lincoln takes a swing at it, but doesn't get it out. Lincoln gets another swing at it. TJ finally gets that one out. 1:24 left on the man disadvantage. They come out with some speed. Drop it for Trailer. Skates up through across the red line and shot wide of the net, near corner. Picked up. TJ and Lincoln are working the boards. 1:02 left. They take it away. Kid walks across the line. Leaves it near point. Shot. Goes wide over to the far boards. Caden almost gets it. They move it quickly. Lincoln deflects one into the near corner. Comes up to the near point. Shot. Batted down by by Caleb. Line change. Caden and Lincoln head. Little bit of a line change situation here. 25 seconds remain. TJ doing some work out there. More work. Owen is coming in to try to support him. Owen picks it up. We got 2-on-2. Actually 3-on-2. Owen has Landon. Loses it down to the end boards. Landon tries to go get it. Owen does take it over. 7 seconds left in their power play. They come into the zone. Shot, pad save, kick save by Phillip, and the net is off, I'm sure. Power play for Rampage is over. So we killed that one off. 3-3 is the score. We're up on shots, 15 them, 20 us. Finally back to even strength after spending like the last 3.5 minutes on the man disadvantage. Xander has it. Xander looking for Landon. Landon gets it. Landon floats it up. Chase to Owen. Owen into the zone. Shot. Glove down, but not saved. And then he does jump on it. So we're seeing some cracks in the armor. I think in the last 2 games against them, we've only scored 1 goal. So we're tripling that. Same goalie all 3 games against us. So we're making progress here. Oh, that was Chase that just lost an edge. I don't know what happened. They didn't call a penalty. Owen puts a body into him. Xander steps up, shakes the puck loose. Nice job, Xander. And then Owen gets it back into the offensive zone, but Rampage grabs it. Fisher comes out with some speed. Shot kicked aside by Phillip on net. Puck is where? Puck has Fisher. Oh, that's Kane. Kane loses it at the blue line. They get it back down into our zone. Xander goes to the far corner, sends it around to the near side. 1:13 remaining in the second period. Score is looking for a wraparound. Comes to net is off again. That wraparound came way out in front, and then Xander punches a kid that was on his knees over here as he went by. Jack Stewart, James, Lars, Fisher at center, and Bjorn. Bjorn sends it hard up off the glass, around into neutral ice. James almost gets there, but they send it down to the far corner. Bjorn pins his guy up. Kid's looking at, ooh, wow, that was a little shot on net. Nice save by Phillip. Nice job by James to get it up and into the offensive zone. Jack comes out. James has it. James sends one through. Ooh, just missed that one. And, oh, who was that? Net is off by a long way, but Fisher was trying to make that one happen. James was down there. Jack was down there. That was a really good play. Almost got that one in. Nice job, boys. Same lineup. 36 seconds left in the second period. Puck drop. Rampage gets it in front of our bench, outlets it into neutral ice. Comes up, batted down by Fisher. Fisher off the glass to James. James into the zone, and that's going to be icing. 23 left. Puck comes back, down behind the net. Xander puts a body on him. Shot, score. That one went 5-hole, and there's 16 seconds left. Four to 3, Rampage. 8-7. Rampage has it. One-time opportunity, miss wide. They grab it, 2-1. That'll be the end of the period. Okay. Shots we're still up on. Not so on the score, however. Heading into the third. All right. As we assume our positions, Philip is down at the far end on the right-hand side as we look out at the rink. Working our way right to left. Kate and Ryan linking up front. Caleb, Bjorn on defense. Riders down by 1. Puck drop. Picked up by Rampage into the defensive zone. Shot deflected wide into the other corner. Lincoln. Bjorn kicks it around to Caleb. Caleb has it. Moves it over to Bjorn. Bjorn floats one up and out of the zone. Kid bumped off. Ryan goes after it. Caden. Ryan tries to get a shot off, but can't. And that puck sails out of the zone for icing. Jackson, Colt, Riddick, Kane, Lars. Win back by Rampage, flicked up into the netting. Waiting for the puck to drop. It does. They kick it back, and then they grab it, and then airmail it out of the zone, right over Kane. Offside. Picked up by Kane. Kane skates it up. Tries to chip it around a guy, but went off his skate. Then it comes to the inside, and that's going to be on net, so no icing. Ooh, nice job by Riddick, but goes off his stick. Riddick gets there first. Went off his stick and up into the netting and out of play. Owen at center was the one with the last goal. Beautiful shot. Off the top bar, and then Vander pinches down. And, oh, Chase stepped up, but we keep it alive in the zone. Chase goes, tries to get it. They bring it up to the front of their bench. Xander takes a high hit. TJ shoots one deflected off of a player. Behind the net for Owen. Owen has it. Owen circles around, backhands it around to Landon. Landon in front and gets it to Chase. And Chase gets that one from Landon behind the net. Nice job, boys. Tie it back up. We're not giving up on this game. 4-4. Yeah, baby. Good work. Good movement. Good puck movement. Not giving up on the play. 15-10 left in the third. We're knotted at 4. Be nice to come out of here with a W. Jack. Caleb. Fisher. What are they doing down here? Fixing the net? I don't know why he's not picking up his net. Picking up his stick. Then another ref says, all right, let's go, boys. We've got to play. So that's what we're going to win. Rampage has it. Shot. And helmet comes off. Phillip winds up on his keister. Jack is saying something to number 84. Phillip still doesn't have his helmet back on. 15:01. Ref is talking to him. Seems like his helmet pops off when he gets contact to it. They're still back there having coffee, taking their time. Phillip gets suited back up. James, Jack, Caleb, Fisher. I want to say that's Bjorn out on the far side. Shot goes up off of James' stick into the near corner. Puck comes out of the zone. They send it back down in. The far boards. Bjorn slashes at it. James grabs it out of the air, puts it on the ice, and then he has it. James up off the boards and out of the zone. They get it back in. Down to Bjorn again, behind the net. 14-32, tied at 4. We're up by 4 shots. Off of James's skate, and it takes a weird bounce. There we go. Nice job, James. Fisher can't quite get that one out of the zone. Kid works around. Oh, nice hit by Caleb. Oh, beautiful look by Bjorn trying to hit Caleb on the exit pass. Getting out of the zone, and the puck is still loose in front. Still in the zone. Whoa, was that Caleb just dumps a guy in front of the crease. There we go. That's one of the times when I'm calling for an icing. Nicely done, James. We needed to clear that frickin' zone, and we did. We'll take the icing on that one. No complaints from me there. 13:49 left in the third. New line in. Caden, Lincoln, and Ryan up front. Kane and Lars on the defense. Puck drop. Lars has it. Kicks it around to Kane. Kane in the corner up to Caden. It comes out of the zone. Ryan, as he was falling. Puck is back, goes wide. Lincoln pressures. They go back. They come up. And Caden picks it up at the hash mark. Tries to get it over to Lincoln. They get it up. Kane keeps it alive in the zone. Caden comes in to try to help him. Gets Up to Kane again. Ryan has it. Ryan. There's a penalty coming. I'm sure Phillip is heading to the bench. He is. I take a quick look. We're going to get an extra skater, but they touch it just before Riddick can get back down into the play. All right. Penalty on Rampage. Nice job by Ryan to create that one. I think that was hooking or tripping. Let's see what the call is. Holding it was. So he's wrapped up. Looks like we have Riddick, Landon, Owen, Chase, Lincoln. Okay. Here? I was on the free Wi-Fi. It's like Rink Guest or something like that. Okay, Riddick at center. We got 2 minutes of a man advantage. 13:01. They send in 2 kids late. Nice win back by Riddick. Owen has it. Owen shoots it. Gets deflected wide. Riddick picks it up, top of the near circle. Walks in. He moves it over to Lincoln. Puts what? Whoa, I thought that was in and the second one was probably in, but it wasn't. Owen over to Riddick. Fans on one. They airmail it out. I don't know how that missed. I thought it was in the back of the net. Lincoln looked like he was burying that one, and then Riddick looked like he was doing it up to Landon. Landon leaves it for Chase. Chase backs it around, and then they kick it almost out of the zone, and that time they do. There's a breakaway. Phillip comes up to play it, plays it up to Landon. Landon squirts it over to Owen. He has to backpedal. 1:08 left. Up to Lincoln. Lincoln moves to the center. Lincoln comes in, gets it over to Riddick. Riddick, top of the near circle at the hash. Down low to Lincoln. Lincoln moves it up to Senya. Senya at the near point. Sends one through. No, couldn't make that one fall in the back of the net. Shoot, that was a good opportunity. Good movement. Chase had it on the back door. Lincoln was trying to bang it through. Next line out, Ryan, Jackson, TJ, Caden Lars. Yep. 49 seconds remaining of the man advantage. Be nice to go ahead here. They tie it up. Ryan comes in to try to pry it off. They knock him down. Puck is loose, picked up by Caden. Caden is kicking it around. Rampage picks it up. Stick is down. Caden picks his back up. Into the near corner. Kid skates out. And through center ice. Picked up by Jackson. Jackson, look at those wheels. Man, the kid's going fast. He reverses the kid. Almost takes him down. Nice job. They airmail it. Out 14 left. Held up behind our net by Phillip. Lars grabs it, 6 seconds. Lars skates it up. Lars up to TJ, off of TJ skates into the near corner. Back to even strength is Rampage. Ryan tries to get it, but Rampage has it. They go up off the glass. It goes into the ref. Held up at the blue line. Caden puts it back in. They outlet it. That's going to be icing. And it is 10:43 remaining in the third. Knotted at 4. So we're giving them a run for it today, unlike the last 2 games. Fisher, Caleb, Jack, Bjorn, James. Win back by Rampage. Off the near boards, up and out. No icing. Rolls behind the net. Bjorn tries to kick it to the corner. Picked up by Rampage and then sent behind the net again. Caleb gets there. Backhands it up to Jack. Jack backhands it through off of Fisher's skates and out of the zone. Fisher gets a stick on that, and then that actually chips it out of play into the netting. Ooh, nice. Jack sends it into the zone. James goes hard after it. They backhand it. Fisher lost an edge on that far side. They outlet it up. TJ steps up, puts it into the zone. Fisher can't touch it because he was still trying to exit. Goes down to the end boards. James pinches down to the far hash, picks it up, cycles it back up right to a Rampage player, and then they outlet skating it through neutral ice. It's one on Xander. Xander, there's a shot and a save. Nice save by Phillip. A little bit of a rebound out front. He can't jump out and grab it, but Xander did swat it away. Xander gets it up off the glass through neutral ice into the zone. Jack goes after it. 9:36 remain. Score is tied. Shots are 27 us, 21 Rampage. So there's a nice battle in the corner by Jackson. He comes away with it. Jackson backhands it. Fisher, Riddick. Oh, Jack was on the back door. Up to Lars, back down to Jack at the far hash. Kane, one-timer, just gets it wide. Not quite on net, and then a Rampage kid flicks it into the netting. And there is a whistle. Cole, Riddick, Kane, Bjorn. Kane goes off. Caleb and Bjorn are on defense. Riddick is at center. Colt is at left wing. Jackson's at right wing. Bjorn gets his guy into the boards, but they swat it down behind the net, and Caleb chases into the near corner. He's got some heat on him. He sends it around the other way. Chipped up Jackson. Tries to kick it ahead to himself. Nice outlet pass by Riddick up to Caleb. Caleb makes a move. Drops the puck. Jackson tries to hit the kid. They come out with it into the defensive zone. Cuts to the middle. Leaves it for a trailer. Shot. Misses high and left. Comes out of the zone. Picked up at near their blue line on the far side. They touch it in. We're probably getting a line change here. I see Landon out there. Bjorn moves it up to Colt. Colt across to Landon, off the Landon's stick into the far corner in the offensive zone. Picked up by Rampage and sent up to the blue line. All the way back to TJ. TJ slams it into the boards, but it's picked up by Lester, and he sends it down to the far corner where TJ is waiting. Landon chips it ahead to Owen. Owen chips it out of the zone, but then they get it right back in. TJ grabs it, sends it across to Xander. Xander moves it up to Chase. Chase has got some speed and some space. And centering pass off of the inside pad of the goalie. Xander pinches down, but Rampage has it. Landon keeps it in the zone, but they get it out. Xander grabs it, backpedals to our blue line, sends it across to TJ. TJ moves it up to Landon. Landon gets across the blue line into the offensive zone. Centering pass. Chase is there. Couldn't get it in front. Ryan is out there. Uh-oh. Shot goes wide, luckily. 7:06 remaining. 21-28 are the shots. Kane goes to grab it in the far corner. Moves it in front of our net. Across to the near boards to Lars. Lars. Puck is in front. Shot by Caden, goes up over the net. Shot gets deflected into the near corner. Kane pinches down, but it comes over his stick. Lars picks it up. Lars goes up to Lincoln. Lincoln's got Ryan. Ryan is there. Saved by the goalie, and a little bit of extra. Okay. Fisher, Jack, and James up front. Caleb and Bjorn on defense. Their center gets removed. 6:23 remaining. James goes to try to get it. It comes up in front of the Rampage bench. Then there's a whole bunch of snow there. Nice job, Fisher. Sends one shot. Sticked aside by their goalie behind the net. Fisher still trying to get it. They skated out of the zone. Offside. 6 minutes even. We're up by 9 shots right now. Man. Nice job, boys. Let's go. Let's get one here. Face off right in front of us. Right outside the defensive zone. Colt and Jackson. Xander to TJ. TJ moves it to Riddick. Riddick across the red line, gets in. That's going to be offside. Jackson was dragging that back leg to try to stay onside, but he had the momentum, pulled him into the zone. Nice effort. Puck drop, picked up by Rampage. Through TJ's feet. TJ picks it up, goes behind the net, sends it up to Colt. Colt has it, skates it out of the zone, dumps it in. Jackson gets there. They cycle it up and out. Colt, Xander to TJ. TJ floats it in. Jackson clears. Colt goes after it. Puts his guy up into the boards. Nicely done. Outlet pass, misses somebody. Lars gets it. Lars backhands it up, picked up by Riddick at the red line. Across the blue line. Riddick's going, tries to make a move, gets picked. They take it. Float it up to the near boards. And Kidd works down in the middle. Puck floats behind the net. Their point. Shot goes wide right. Landon. Riddick looking for Colt. Colt goes after it. Colt has it, looking for a centering pass. He gets banged hard up into the boards. Senya comes in. Lincoln gets hit down, or he hits somebody. Jeez. Owen was that Owen? Yeah. Looks like Owen. Lincoln bangs it down in. Owen goes after it. Chase is out there. Owen, Lincoln, Chase up front. Lars sends one just over the net. Behind the net, somebody's on it, and Kidd was on it, on the back of the twine of the netting of the net. And Ryan Caden come out to join Lincoln. Lincoln goes out. Landon is out there now. .408 left. Ryan center, Caden to his left, Landon to his right, Caleb back, and Bjorn back. 4:08 left, 4-4 is the score. Win back. Caleb sends one, but that goes up. A sticking out of play. But I mean, that was, not too bad. That's what you can do. He was frustrated at himself. But I'm all right with that. At least he's shooting, putting it out there. Ryan. Puck is still underfoot. Ryan has it. Ryan behind the net. Ryan to the far corner. Backhands it up to Bjorn. Bjorn moves it across to Caleb. Caleb sends it down to Caden. Landon tries to get it. Behind the net, picked up by Rampage, sent to the far boards, and up and out off of a skate. Caleb hustles back, sends it off the boards over to Bjorn. Bjorn sends it across to Caleb. Back to Ryan. Ryan just works it around Caleb like he was a pylon. Ryan still has it. Ryan looking for a centering pass. Ryan still has it. Moves it back up to Bjorn. Bjorn, far point. Shot. Puck is loose in front. Goalie's sprawled out. Winds up in the near corner at the hash marks. Caden keeps it alive. Sends one through into the breadbasket and covered by their goalie. Nice pressure, boys. That was a nice shift. 3:13 remaining. Sorry about the hard swing down to the clock, but I just want you to see we're up by 11 shots now, which is kind of amazing and encouraging. Fisher takes the face off. Puck is loose. James is out there going behind the net to try to get it. Skated up, passed out of the zone. Xander backhands it into the glass, but it comes back into our zone anyway, picked up by TJ. TJ goes behind the net. He holds up. Deeks one way, goes the other way. Moves it up to Jack Stewart. Jack at the blue line, across the red line. Shovels it ahead, but turns it over. Picked up by Rampage. They reset up off the boards. Back to Tej. Tej sends it back down on net. Their goalie leaves it for their defense. And big outlet pass up into the zone. Oh, nice hit by Kane. Kane dumps the coffee off of the boards and everything else. TJ's coming out with speed. He dumps it in and then pulls up. Bangs with number 80 or 19. Puck comes up and into neutral ice. They send it down behind the net over to the far corner. Jackson gets over there, puts a body on the kid, and comes away with the puck. Nicely done. He still has it. He looks for Kane. Kane into the offensive zone. Sends one. Blocker to side. Not quite on net, but a good shot. Oh, James steps in, creates some disruption. They skid it out into neutral ice. Kane's still pursuing him. He dumps it down behind the net. 1:54 remaining in the third. We're knotted at 4, remember. Riddick comes through. Colt is there working the glass. Jackson gets dumped. I don't know what that was. There's a big pass from Colt. He dumps it down. Jackson got tripped. I don't know, didn't see exactly what happened, but no penalty was called. Colt looking for a headhunt over there, picked up by Bjorn. Bjorn at the red line. Riddick forcing him ahead. Over to the far boards. Lincoln gets there. Lincoln chips it up and out. Colt goes over. It comes back into the zone, picked up by Bjorn. Bjorn double clutches, sends it ahead to Lincoln. Lincoln pulls around. Lincoln centering pass. It's still loose in front, picked up by Rampage. 1:06 remaining, and we got a one-on-one developing the other way. Kid goes down. Shot. Save. Puck is still loose. Puck is still loose. Picked up by Rampage. No whistle. Moves across to the far side. We don't need a score here. Put him down on the ice. Man, that was some heavy-duty action. 46 seconds left on the clock in this period. Whoo-wee. Man, that was tense. Lincoln Chase and Owen out there, along with Xander and TJ. Owen. Rampage brings it back, gets it out of the zone, offside. Touches it. Face off down on the other side. Face off in the other zone. No, they're just going to go outside. Okay. Face off right outside of our defensive zone. Right in front of our bench. Back to TJ. TJ. Xander. Xander moves it up. Chase touches it into the zone. Lincoln goes down behind the net. They send it to the near boards. Xander pinches up, but it comes up and out. There we go. Owen creates a turnover, but he can't connect with two guys cutting, and that's going to be icing. 20 seconds remain. Ten shots up, 34-24. Okay. Same lineup out there. Owen, puck drop, puck loose. Kane, actually new defense. Kane and Lars. Centering pass, Chase has it. Chase is going, Lincoln's going with him. Interference. And we hit the end of regulation with the score of 4-4. Going into OT. Let's see what we have. 5-minute overtime period. I think it's 3-on-3. We're up by 10 shots. Score is 4-4. Let's see what we do. Get the call. Who gets the call here first? I see Lars out there. I see Senya out there. We'll see who actually winds up staying on the ice. I think it's 3-on-3. Come on, we need to get this one. So I got Lars, Chase, and Owen. Looks like it's going to be for the first part of this. Okay, here we go. Possession is the name of the game here. And kicks back. Lars grabs it. Good job. Nice win by Owen. Owen moves it into the zone, goes to the top of the circle. He draws a few people, poked away by their goalie, and now it's a 2-on-2, 3-on-2 heading the other way. Owen skates back to hustle. They have a shot, and they finish it. And that'll be it. In overtime, didn't take too long. Took about 26 seconds. And that'll be the third one we dropped to them, but we definitely made it a game, that's for sure. They were all really happy to win that one. We would have been equally as happy, or maybe even more. So, thank you for watching from Monument. Dropped the 8th game in a row, 7th game in a row, I think. 7th game in a row. But we made this one a game for sure, so that was nice. Into overtime. Had more shots. There's a lot to be happy about this game as opposed to the last two. So we're making some small changes. Hopefully something's going to work out here, but thank you for watching. Glad you can join us. Thanks for the support, your support of the Riders, wherever you are. Until next weekend, Thanks for joining. Go Riders.